Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Sakina. Today, my group summer will be present on our finding based on Uber case study. The outlines for our presentation today start with who is the protagonist in this case, followed by the major issues. Next, the company analysis is based on three analysis tools which are SWOT, PESTEL and value proposition. Then, the suggestion of alternative, decision criteria and evaluation of alternative. Lastly, recommendation and action plan. In this slide, I will explain to you the background of Uber. Uber is one of the largest firms in the gig economy and it was founded by Garrett Camp and Travis Kalanick in 2009. The gig economy refers to the type of job that requires a short-term contract or freelance. Uber is an American technology company that provides services on e-hailing, food delivery, freight, micro-mobility, e-bikes and e-scooter with their app-based platform. The operation being controlled by the global headquarters in San Francisco, California, and Uber also set up many regional offices around the world to support the cities and countries that have their services available. The primary markets for Uber are in the United States, Canada, Latin America, Europe, the Middle East, Africa, and Asia. The protagonist for this case is the newly appointed CEO of Uber in 2017, Dara Khosrowshahi, after the contract of former CEO Travis Kalanick, who is also the co-founder of Uber, was terminated due to his highly public conflicts. Dara Khosrowshahi has many experiences in conducting this type of business, as he previously worked with Expedia for 12 years, which also related to the app-based platform company, and he successfully increased the stock price for Expedia by 500% in 2015. There are three major issues that need to be solved by the Uber, which are to increase the profitability of Uber, to revise the company culture, and to rebuild its public image. The three issues happened during the time of former CEO Travis Kalanick due to his aggressive nature of business, which threatened the company ability in certain markets including in London. The previous company culture that contributed to many reported cases by the employees on the sexual harassment and discrimination towards women and non-white people lead to the bad public image on Uber. They have around 200 filed complaints on the issues of sexual harassment and also on other issues that makes the new CEO Dara takes around 2 years just to pay the penalty and apologize to people. The bad reputation has led to the decrease in their share price after establishing their IPO in May 2019. The increase in cost in settling internal problems led to loss to the company.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Amani binti Abdul Hadi. We will present on SWOT and PESTEL analysis. So, SWOT analysis indicates that Uber has a number of strengths that show the company has a strong market position. First, Uber is big brand name and well recognized. Uber has become the world's biggest ride-sharing service. It operates in more than 83 countries. Second, it is highly diversified. Uber uses its technology platform for a variety of business purposes, including ride-sharing, food delivery, personal mobility, and freight service. And Uber's largest business area is its rides segment, which includes the revenue from its ride-sharing platform and through leasing of vehicles to third parties. And lastly, it is convenience, ease of use, and low cost. Uber has made its service easy to use with a press of a button in the mobile apps. It also lets customers trade the entire route of the ride, and in the end, allows them to make a cashless payment with their credit cards. And next, compared to regular taxi operator, it's offered lower price. Moving on to the weaknesses, first, poor image on work ethics. There are many cases of inappropriate conduct like sexual harassment and discrimination were reported. It also has no real connection with the driver. Drivers are the face of the organization. When driver misbehave with the customer, it will result in bad image to the company. And the next weaknesses is Uber is highly depend on internet connectivity to expand and develop itself. It will face a problem in developing country when internet is slow or poor. The biggest and the most important opportunity for Uber has been the dissatisfaction of customers with the traditional cab service due to high price or long waiting time. So this will be the main target for expansion and explore new market that are current and explored, especially in developing countries where taxi service are inconvenient and or expensive. And next opportunity is an increasing internet penetration and smartphone user. Number of smartphones are increasing and technology-based applications like Uber can expand their service to other cities. And another opportunity is Uber can partner with hospitality and hotels brands to serve millions of tourists who regularly need taxi service while staying at hotels. Moving on to the threats, first, lawsuit in multiple countries. Its operation might be against with legislation and regulation. There are a lot of conflict with local authorities that have already led to a number being levied against the company. This could be a serious threat to its continued operation because it will cause a bad image and result in huge settlement costs. And next threat is competition from Lyft. Lyft is Uber's largest competitor in the US. As competitors rise, it's become all the more difficult to retain customers and drivers for Uber. Any monetary advantage can sway the customer and driver from Uber. Moving on, pester analysis. There are many macro-environmental factors that may impact Uber performance. First, political factors. Uber was accused of profiting of a protest against President Trump's travel ban, where Uber turned off surge pricing in the area of the airport when a protest at many airports happened. Another factor is economic factors. The economic factors such as a cost of labor and changes in disposable income of consumers have affected the businesses. For example, in February 2018, a new tax law introduced in the US where freelancers and other independent contractors will be able to deduct 20% of their income from their taxable income before paying the new lower tax rate. And this particular change in external economic factors has positive effect on Uber because it increased attractiveness of becoming its driver. And next factor is sociological factor. Employees are preferring the gig economies because it is more flexible and independent work arrangements. Many employees left the mainstream workforce to pursue work as independent contractors. Moving on to the other factors, which is technology factors. In 2016, Uber experienced a data breach affecting the data of customers, including names, email address, phone number. The information of a driver also accessed, including United States driver license number. Thus, Uber paid to the hackers for the deletion of the stolen data. And the next factor is environmental factors. Uber's effect on the environment is ever shifting. Many believe that it will increase the traffic congestions and fuel usage. And the last one, legal factors. Part of Uber conflict with regulators and government agencies is that its business model does not fit with regulation that govern traditional taxi business.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Shakira, and next we will proceed to the value proposition of Uber. Value proposition tells us what the company are able to offer to their main users, and for this context, we are going to look at two categories that are customers and driver. First of all, for the customer, this company Uber provides a custom ride for the customer, where the customer can select their pickup or drop off point wherever they want and without transit. And also, it is very easy and convenient because they just have to order the car from the tips of the finger and also wait for the call from 3 to 5 minutes if there aren't any traffic delay. And it also can track when the driver is coming. And also for the choice of car, they can choose what car they want. For example, they want a premium car or a standard car, or 4 seaters or 6 seaters. And it's also cashless payment. And secondly, for the drivers, this company provides the drivers with flexible and predictable working hours. The drivers can work whenever they want according to the schedule, and they have the ability to generate an immediate call. For example, if they're in need of cash, they can just turn on their car and drive people off. And also, this company provide with 24/7 support, where if the driver got any problems when they are driving, they can contact the customer service from the company. And also, it is very easy to join because when driver wants to join this job, they can just have to stick with requirements. For example, some identification check, vehicle check, and also background check, and they're off to go. And next, we will look at the alternative solution. First of all, we believe that this company have to improve their relationship with the stakeholder. When we say stakeholder here, it is important to note that we are going to focus on two stakeholders. They are employees and customer. Now, how to maintain the relationship with the employee? The company may want to have the hybrid style of management, such as to implement a policy of commission based on decentralized decision management. Regarding to the data management of the workers, it has to be only the top decision based on centralized, because the data management is a very important data for the company, and it is very important to have a two-way interaction between the top management and their subordinate. For example, in one department, a manager and a worker must have two-way communication for them to be able to understand each other. And a bottom to top communication also important, because we don't want the worker to be overly scared of their manager, because this could affect the quality of their works. And secondly, to attract the customer or to improve the relationship with the customer, this company can provide a corporate social responsibility to raise people awareness regarding sexual harassment, bullying, or social awareness that people must know. So if they are conducting this kind of corporate social responsibility, then the public image in the eye of the customer will be improved. And also, this company may want to have a survey for the customer satisfaction in order to indicate the level of customer satisfaction in their services. The second alternative solution is for the market expansion. First, the company may want to penetrate into the underdeveloped countries such as India and the suburban areas where there is no taxis available. And with this, they can attract more customer, and they can also expand their public image to be known by more people. Secondly, this company may want to have acquisition or merger with competitors or the business that have same nature as them to strengthen the root of the company. For example, the online transaction company or delivery service company. For the pros of market expansion is, first, of course, they will be able to expand their service line and also to obtain new customers. And they will also be able to enhance their skill, expertise, and also technologies in their company. But on the other side of the coin, these market expansions require lots of capital, and we believe that this company are in a hard situation where they have problem with their internal management, and of course it will be hard to merge with other company when your company itself have an unsolved internal management. For the alternative of improving relationship with the stakeholder, first of all, the pros is the company will be able to provide a safe working environment for the workers, where the workers can have a harassment-free working condition, and also the internal reorganization is easier to be implemented because it will not involve external parties, and low cost will be incurred because it only involves the workers that they have in order to implement the new policies, and also the people's impression influenced by the ag and media. If they do the corporate responsibility that are able to attract the community eyes to them, then they will be able to improve their public image in the eye of society. But on the cons of this alternative is that we afraid that there are workers that still have a negative impact on the top management regardless of what the company had done to them, because it is very hard to change people's impression towards others, and also it is hard to build trust within some of the people because we can't control what they feel and we can't control what they are thinking.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurain Hanisa. So I will proceed to the decision criteria. A few important elements need to be considered in order to choose the best alternative for Uber. One of the decision criteria is that they should make the decision which can contribute to the productivity enhancement in their business. This is because this factor can help to cater the problem of profitability, where they have to improve their internal management productivity and financial management. Besides, Uber should consider making a decision that contributes to shared value establishment in the organization, which can help to revitalize the company's culture. Shared values can be defined as the organizational values that are developed by the organization's leader and subsequently adopted by all the company's members. For instance, the values are on teamwork, responsibility, ethics, and social well-being. The employees should have shared values to be fully engaged with the company. On the other hand, in order for Uber to be one step ahead of others, public image improvement should be one of the elements that should be focused in the decision-making process. The public image of a company or reputation is shaped by the perception of from the consumer. In order to achieve the correct alternative, it should fulfill all the decision criteria, which are productivity enhancement, shared value establishment, and public image establishment. After a thorough analysis, it shows that the market expansion strategy alternative does not fulfill all the decision criteria. It cannot contribute to the productivity enhancement and shared value establishment, as the alternative is more focused on increasing the profitability instead of the internal management improvement. On the other hand, the alternative to improve the relationship with stakeholders fulfill all the decision criteria. This is because the relationship of the company among their employees and customers is important, as it contributes to improve the management control and the reputation of the company accordingly. When the company can increase the trustworthiness and retain the loyalty of the employees and customers, at the same time, they can increase their profitability because they already have a positive public image among the customer and a good company's culture in their organization. Based on the alternative evaluation earlier, we can identify that the main goal to be achieved in order to fulfill all the decision criteria is to improve the relationship with stakeholders. The stakeholders that we want to focus on are the employees and customers. For the recommendations, firstly, to achieve a productivity enhancement in the company, they should have a proper delegation of duties among the employees. This is because it is important to have a clear and systematic task according to the ability of their employees. The upper authority should respect the abilities of the employees at a lower level, so all the work can be done effectively. For example, from the perspective of a driver, Uber should simplify the guidelines and make it clear to those who want to use Uber as their source of income. Besides, they should also innovate the work policies, especially on the anti-discrimination and harassment policy among their management team. This can help the employee to work at ease without any interruption. Meanwhile, for a long-term plan, we propose that they provide the right facilities and technologies for their stakeholders to improve their system, which can increase the efficiency. For example, they can provide an effective platform for drivers to connect with their management team. This can help them to hear from one and another on the problem, decision, or opinion regarding the system or anything. Uber can select a group from the management team and establish a department that is solely in charge of handling the drivers. They should also reinforce data management protection to respect the privacy of the users from being leaked. So this can gain the trustworthiness of their employees, thus the work will be done more productively and effectively. Secondly, to achieve the decision criteria on the shared value establishment, we propose for Uber to have employee engagement surveys regularly. This can help them to assess their organizational culture to find out if the well-being of their employees are okay or not, and identify the issues specific to shared values within the company. We also encourage Uber to have two-way communication, which promotes the interaction between the employer and employees. The upper level of employer should also learn to hear from the bottom level. With this, they can gather information for the best interests of the company. This also can create a lively culture in the workplace and increase the values among them, such as teamwork. In the long run, Uber should promote emotional and social intelligence among their team to create a good environment in the workplace. The employees should set realistic goals which can bring their employees together in achieving the same goals. Sharing similar ideas and values with others not only helps individuals bond in good time, but it also allows them to feel safe, where they can rely on in times of difficulties, uncertainty, stress, or others. Uber should also encourage their team to respect cultural difference, as a social intelligent employee should recognize that individuals may have various responses and habits depending on their background. Lastly, in order to achieve shared value establishment, Uber should take seriously in the issue of sexual harassment and discrimination in their workplace. The authorities should always monitor the conditions. They should tighten the policy where action should be given to those who commit this harassment. For example, being suspended from work for several months. To achieve the last decision criteria, which is the public image improvement for a short-term plan, Uber can conduct a customer satisfaction survey. They can get feedback regularly so that this can give the opportunity for Uber to improve the customer experience in using their services. Besides, with this, it can help Uber to identify any weaknesses and make improvement to the existing marketing and brand strategies. If customers are satisfied with the service, they are likely to write a good reviews and recommend it to their friends and family. This will all help to improve their public image. While in the long run, Uber can focus on the quality improvement. They can innovate the existing system to a better platform, which can make a better connection with the consumers. They also can innovate their application by including a high-quality design and systems to attract customers, as people usually attract to things that are interesting to use. This can also ease the use of the system, as it has a high-quality system. When more people enjoy using their apps and find it a reliable technology, they are likely to attach to this brand. This will help Uber appear more credible and authoritative, which all contributes to creating a positive public image. So that's the end of our presentation. Thank you.